Yes, sir. Let's get it moving and grooving. Cape Cod Kids, Sand City Sports, we're back in action. After. Yes, sir. Twitter is where it needs to be. Let's go around the world. Been around the world. And let's make sure Twitter is good. YouTube is good. Let's get our Twitch in order. Two for two. Yes, sir. Make it 3 for 3. How's everybody out there doing? Happy Wednesday. Glad to be with you. Cape Cod Kid. Live in full effect. Let's get it going on. Let's get it rolling. Already some technical things that need to be worked out. But you know what this is. Mi casa es su casa. No. Hold your applause. Hold your applause, folks. Let's go. Oh, boy, the technical stuff. Oh, my goodness. It's frozen. All right, we're back, folks. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. Let me just check my socials. Still live. Very good. Try to go to the media. Take two. Hey. Sand City. Go. How you doing, folks? I apologize. We had a little issue on the first go round of course. Sand City Sports. I know we came back to we're back again. Hang out. Yes, indeed. All right, second go round. Let's get this right. Welcome in, folks, to Sand City Sports. To the business. Yes, I know it's Cape Cod Kids for the first time. We got a lot of action against the big Thursday night football game. The Patriots are hot. What's going on in LA? And so second time is a charm. Sand City back in full effect. Let's just get our lighting in order. Always something. If it's not one thing, it is another. I got things in order. And then, of course, I didn't get my lighting right, but the lighting is on. The lighting is back. And so we are ready to rock and roll. First of all, just a quick check-in. I'm good. And I'm glad to be back in action. The hiatus far too long. Hope you guys out there in television land are doing good in terms of what you're doing. Can you believe it? November, right? The holiday lights are up. People are feeling festive. Cooled off quite a bit in terms of our weather. But we have to keep it moving. We have to keep moving and grooving and empowering forward. So hope things are good with you all out there. I myself It's been a busy time, but hey, wise man told me I'm a better man when I'm a busy man, right? And so I'm taking that to heart, trying to embrace um, the goings on and make the most. But of course, if you're not making time for your passion project, if you're not doing those things that fill your cup up, give you joy, bring in the creativity, the innovation, the inspiration to the day-to-day life, then what are we doing? Okay. Um, what are we doing more than falling forward? Okay. Instead of striving, excelling, right? Taking hold of all those type of things. So it has been far too long. And it is a little bit, you know what I mean? Try to start these around 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But I had to work out some kinks here and there, still working out those kinks, so that we can get this program, as they say, off and running. Okay, so let's start off. I wanna we're gonna start with the Pats, the Patriots. See what we're looking at. All right, so we got that shared. Right? Vrabel. That's interesting because I can't, let me come over here. No, what do we got here? The Black Sox. We'll take a stroll through the Negro Leagues another time. All right. I'm trying to work on, I want us to get the visuals. Hold on if I come here. Multiple grids. That's only if I have a partner with me. I'm trying to share, right? The full screen image. Let's try again. Take two. Work out these kinks. Window. Trying to get this right. I was trying to get it right previous. And now we just got bad. I'm going to have to go to my old format because I do want to get the imagery. We are going to start with the Patriots. You see, I had the good imagery with Drake May and Mike Vrabel. That's what I want to. No, I don't want to browse. I want to put this. But then when I go there, I can't see it. What the heck? We're going to have to go with the old school, the way that I have done things previously. Sharing the whole screen. It's bothersome. All right, it is bothersome, but golly day. I'm already a subscriber. Why do you do this? Gotta log in. Gotta log in again. More dead air. Frustrating. All right. Jettison that. Try another. Nope. Can't do the. Now we got ads. Oh my goodness. Can't get any imagery up without issues after issues. And this episode is all right. Yahoo's gonna thank you. At long last, rocky start, rocky first 10 minutes. Nonetheless, Saint City's undeterred. Poor podcasting, poor programming, undeterred. Keep our head down, keep our mouth shut, keep grinding. Glitches, whole 9 yards. Nonetheless, finally, we are off to the races. Now, with this, I don't like the fact that, I can't even see myself. That's the problem with this. With this version. All right, it's not bad. It's actually pretty good. Now that I think about it, that's pretty good. Hold on. That's even better. All right. So we're doing better here, folks. I think this is conducive. You can see the whole. All right, that'll work, and then I might be able to. So we have this article, but then if I use this, I think I might the other approach that I had might be good. So hey, even though we're learning on the fly here, but we ain't got wings. We've arrived at the imagery that we need. All right, let's break it down. Right, I was not Team Patriots, so I'm not jumping on no bandwagons. All right, let's make that clear. Okay, I'm Team Mayo, as in Gerard Mayo, right? And I'm standing 10 toes down on that. Does that mean that I feel some type of way about Mike Vrabel, excuse me, let me pronounce his name right, and how the Patriots have taken off like gangbusters? No, I don't play a hate, I congratulate. Happy for the Pats. Okay, this is the Drake May that I was expecting. The Drake May who was hold on, I don't want to say this. The Drake May who was shoulder to shoulder with Caleb Williams when he was all the rage at USC in terms of the preeminent quarterbacks in college football. Jayden Daniels was third, if we remember. Yes, he won the Heisman, but the conversation about the game-changing, gotta-have-it quarterbacks, the year before those guys came out, it was Caleb Williams, undisputed, and then Drake May, kid from North Carolina, okay, playing for a basketball school, but being loyal to the soil. Those were the two names that you were hearing. Jayden Daniels obviously tore it up on the Heisman and had the huge rookie season. Okay, it's been difficult this year. All right, but he'll bounce back. All right, so when the Patriots got Drake May, good. Obviously, Caleb was going one. I wasn't sold on Jayden Daniels, even though I've been convinced that he's been in the association, been in the league. But are we talking about feast or famine here? Have people forgotten, remembered, however you want to call it? Never mind where the Patriots were. Never mind, right, in terms of Gerard Mayo, the battle and how it got going in the wrong direction early. Right? Do we allow Drake May to learn, be on the sidelines, have the apprenticeship year, which I'm in favor of? No other coaches are in favor of, or do we just throw him out there and see what happens? I would like to see Drake May have the gap year and learn from the sidelines. Okay, but he was thrown out there into the fire. Obviously, there was not stability, and right, proofs in the pudding. Okay, disastrous season. Do we, right? A difference a year makes? Could anybody have fathomed, imagined, pondered that Drake May would be in the MVP conversation when the season began? Nonetheless, that's where we are. Go ahead. Is Drake May honestly the most valuable player of the. Is he the best pound for pound player in the NFL in year 2? Probably not. All right. Is he having a year similar to Jayden Daniels last year? Maybe better, honestly. Talk about the Washington Commanders last year is that, the strength of schedule wasn't anything to sneeze at. Right? And so did they make the move in the playoffs? Take out a very good Detroit Lions team. Lions have been able to lose 2 coordinators to head coaching jobs and still keep things moving in the right direction. Respect to them. But this year for Drake May, in my mind, is better than last year for Jayden Daniels, simply because strength of schedule, right? And in certain instances, listen, he's out there winning, going toe to toe with the Josh Allens, the Baker Mayfields. And the Pats are getting it done. Now, made it clear, standing with that I am team Gerard Mayo. He deserves another opportunity to prove himself. Okay, last year, what was last year? But it's not apples to apples. You're talking apples and oranges if, right? Mike Vrabel's been about that coaching life since he stepped off the field as a player. We've discussed previously his resume, year 1, right? That number 12 for New England Patriots, that dynastic team in those golden years, right? Seems far-fetched now, short time ago. Tom Brady's last year in New England, what happened in the last game of the regular season? Remember? Losing to the Miami Dolphins, coached by one Mr. Brian Flores. Right? A loss that cost that Patriots team a first-round bye. So what has to happen? They still have the home field advantage, but who's coming to town? That's right, Mike Vrabel. First-year coach Mike Vrabel coming to town. The apprentice going up against the sensei. All things appeared to be on the up and up for the Patriots. Until the one Mr. Tom Brady, number 12, threw his very last pass as a Patriot. I know. Difficult memories. Okay, which was an interception. Right? Mike Vrabel took that lunch. Okay, and gobbled it up. Right? He took that lunch and gobbled it up. Okay? He walked up in there. You know what I mean? I don't want any copyright issues. Okay? But there's a certain song by 2 Chainz. I don't want any copyright issues. Okay? I walk that, I take over that. Mike Vrabel walked up into that Patriots field and took over that field. And what? It's quite a melody for that song. Shout out to 2 Chainz. Okay? Shout out to 2 Chainz. I don't want any copyright. You know what I mean? But we might have to get them. We might have to get a little bit of that melody because you know what I mean? You heard me? You heard me? That's how Mike Vrabel That's how Mike Vrabel came back to New England. Don't get me on the copyright. Hey, that's how Mike Vrabel came to New England. You heard me? He walked and take over. Now this is back then. Hold on. That was kind of, I got my energy right. I got my energy right. We got to come back. I might have to battle a copyright issue. You heard me? All right? Hey! Whoa. My bad, YouTube. I gave credit. Shout out to 2 Chainz and Bankroll Fresh. That beat is on point. That's how Mike Vrabel came back when he was with the Titans. Awesome takeover. And not much has changed, folks. Not much has changed at all. So, again, Team Mayo, that's what I am. Let's make it clear. Man deserves another opportunity. That doesn't mean he should have won that last game of the regular season. I'll say it again and again and again and again and again. That still hurt my heart. Even though Travis Hunter out for the season, doggone it, and he's on my fantasy team. Travis Hunter been balling for me. Okay, right? That Travis Hunter, that Swiss Army knife, that Shohei. If you play fantasy sports, because I have him as my defensive back, but you know what I'm saying? He also got that wide receiver. You know what I mean? So you got a defensive back that's looking at 14, 15 a game, and I can still put my receivers in. By the way, I knocked off the number one team in the league last week. I don't mind saying. They haven't really been giving me my props in the I'm gonna have to talk to them in my fantasy league. You know who you are. They tune into the show on occasion. You know who you are. Haven't gotten no props for knocking off the number one seed who hadn't had a loss all season. Right? Had to get that dub. But Travis Hunter being out, it's kind of. But I got the Slim Reaper. Got Devontae, Ridley, that Baker, formerly Faker, now firmly Baker Mayfield. I got a grind, Kamara. I got a good team. I like them, but a grinding, hardworking team that came through and got the W for me. Back to Travis Hunter, back to Gerard Mayo. Shouldn't have won that last game. Even though, hey, this young boy Campbell, this William over here, giving Drake the time to do what he needs to do. Travis Hunter's a unicorn, please, and he's a good dude. Let's. But his name is not at the forefront of many Patriots fans' minds, based on it's rolling as constituted. All right. Respect to Mike. As you can see, I have respect for Mike Vrabel. My issue is, and it's not really even an issue because it's really a, you know what I mean, tough situation in terms of how it finished out. Nobody's didn't, in this sour taste. But when you're rolling, you're rolling. The Patriots are rolling right now. So a lot of people, we're not even thinking about that stuff. Okay. Got the Jets tomorrow. Trap game. Should clobber them. Don't get trapped up now. The Bengals. Right? Again, another trap game. Don't sleep on Joe Flacco. Right. Giants. Bills, Ravens, Jets again, and then the Dolphins. So Jets win, Bengals win, Giants win, Bills toss up, Ravens, Lamar back, toss up, Jets win, Dolphins win. Are we talking first round bye for the Patriots? Let's not get ahead of ourselves, right? Difference between being an underdog, upstart team, and the favorites. What did Will Chamberlain say? Nobody roots for Goliath. No, they don't. Okay, so the Patriots have to navigate being the favorites. I think they are capable, right? Shout out to Mike Vrabel, right? Again, I'm giving you this is no shade. I let's go. What's my issue? And it's not even really an issue, but it's how I'm looking at this. I respect Robert Kraft for putting his money where his mouth is, right? We could talk about his politics, who we support. Robert Kraft, you see him at all of the celebrity spots, hanging out with the athletes, folks half his age, and just being one of the guys. Great. But when he talks about representation, he talks about diversity, he's not, he backed it up. That's why I respect. Let's get the language right. Gerard Mayo had been there. He was the heir apparent to Bill. There was a succession plan. Robert Kraft stuck to the program, put his money where his mouth is, and folks got opportunities. Has to be credited for that. This is where I have the conundrum in my mind because I so respect how that played out. But we're talking about apples and oranges when you discuss a first-year coach that's new to this and Mike Vrabel, who's been true to this for a minute. So what I'm saying is that the success this year and how the Patriots got it going, hey, I'm from the great state of New Jersey. It's taken me time to come up to, even though I've been in New England for decades now. Yes, the Red Sox, last team to integrate. We remember how Bill Russell was treated. We remember. Okay, but I say that to say, as I've been here and over the years and as times have changed, okay, put all the respect in terms of Boston, number one sports city in America, and the success of their teams. Right? Let's establish that. So much respect for Gerard Mayo getting the opportunity last year. But when I'm saying apples and oranges, Mike Vrabel is a better coach than a lot of coaches. Never mind a first-year guy who's trying to figure out how to do this. So the fact of the matter is, had the Patriots just hired Mike Vrabel last year, I wouldn't have had a problem with it. Is that being double-minded? Well, you tip your hat to Robert Kraft for hiring Gerard Mayo, but then you're going to say you wouldn't have. No. There's a consistency there. With the Mayo situation, I was happy because of the opportunity and these opportunities that are deserved. Gerard Mayo didn't turn out to be Mike Vrabel, who could get it cracking in year one. Who can get it roll, build it up, and he just a natural. A lot of folks aren't naturals. It didn't work out in the first destination. Keep after it. Gerard Mayo get another opportunity. So that was wonderful for the affirmative action. Yes, I said what I said. An opportunity being given where in many instances, this is the quiet part, people, we can have this discussion as much as we want. We're not going to go too deep down this, but a lot of folks have not gotten opportunities and don't get opportunities. Store that away for another day. Right, so we had a great opportunity there, but honestly, keeping it a buck, it was going to take Gerard Mayo time, whereas Mike Vrabel is more proven. So in conclusion on this point, respect for the Patriots. Opportunity was there, didn't go as planned. Okay, come back to the basics, the foundation, and this turnaround is serious, folks. This turnaround is serious. Patriots make the playoffs the first year after the Brady era, right? Meanwhile, Tom Brady's going to, wins the Super Bowl. And then the last 3 years have been train wrecks. It's been train wrecks. Okay, we're going to get into Mike Daboll and him having to go and possibility of Bill going to coach the Giants. That's a whole nother ball of wax. And not necessarily distinctly different than this conversation. Right? From the standpoint that, and we're going to get to the Belichick and Giants opening. Got Stephon Diggs. We're not talking about him being at the club till 4 o'clock in the morning, all the stuff going on off the field. He has the right to be who he is. But he's come up in here, found consistency, found stability, and this is a past the midway point. And we'll see where the season goes. As I said, born in this great state of New Jersey. Make it clear, I root for the Eagles. I root for the Jets. That's my New Jersey Meadowlands roots, okay? Put respect on the Boston team's name, root for them, want them to do good. Obviously, we're here in New England. Things are good in New England when the Patriots are doing good. Everybody's carefree and happy and high-fiving. Let's have all of that. Okay? So keep it going. Are we talking about the Patriots being Super Bowl contenders? Is the AFC wide open? Who knows what happened to the Ravens? Can they come back? AFC West is still a monster. Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos. Hey. But the New England Patriots are most certainly smack dab in the mix. So don't rest on your laurels. Forget the participation trophies. Long way to go. Stay hungry. Eye the tiger. Go and get it. All of it. Don't be complacent. Go get it. Go get a Super Bowl this year. Strike while the iron is hot. All that good stuff. Okay, what I'm saying clearly, though, emphatically and undeniably, is the turnaround in and of itself, even though you don't want to just, you want to go ahead and seal the deal and go as far as you can go up and into the Super Bowl and winning it. Go ahead and get the whole kit and caboodle. Get it. Get it. Get it. Y'all seen the Dallas Buyers Club, right? Seen the Dallas Buyers Club. That was Matthew McConaughey. Best actor deserved. By the way, that was a crazy year for the Oscars. Dallas Buyers Club, Wolf of Wall Street, 12 Years a Slave. Bananas. Dallas Buyers Club was off the charts. 12 Years a Slave was off the charts. I like what the Oscars did that year. They spread the wealth. McConaughey got Best Actor as he deserved. Go ahead and check out Dallas Buyers Club. The actor from 12 Years a Slave, the plantation owner, he got Best Supporting Actor. Well deserved. No. He didn't. He did not. The actor from 12 Years a Slave for the plantation owner who deserved. Oh my goodness. That was just a wild performance. Out of this world. He did not get Best Supporting Actor. Jared Leto got Best Supporting Actor for 12 years for Dallas Buyers Club. Also well deserved. I would have spread the wealth. I would have given McConaughey Best Actor. I would have given that gentleman from 12 Years a Slave Best Supporting Actor. The slave, the actress from 12 Years a Slave who played a slave, she won Best Supporting Actress. Respect for that. And then Steve McQueen won Best Director, and 12 Years a Slave won Best Picture, as it should have. Tomato. Different people have different, 12 Years a Slave to me is up there with Saving Private Ryan and Schindler's List, period. In terms of historical documentaries, there's no two ways about it. That film was a tour de force. Tour de force. You want to talk about a realistic depiction? 12 Years a Slave, it's right? It's up there. 12 years. Saving Private Ryan is a bigger project, right? Scope and scale, right? There's no scenes in 12 Years a Slave like the storming of the beaches at Normandy. Steven Spielberg did something distinctive, singular, historic there. But in terms of the bringing chattel slavery to life, stop it. Let's go back to the Patriots. Connection now. I got to Dallas Buyers Club. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Get it. That's how I got to Dallas Buyers Club. Get it. Matthew McConaughey. Shout out to Matthew McConaughey. Shout out to Green Lights. Go ahead and check out Green Lights. I found Green Lights during the pandemic, actually. And I saw McConaughey on the Joe Rogan show. That's Joe Rogan's all right with me. He has a great pod. Do we agree on everything? No, we don't. We don't have to agree on everything, folks. We don't have to agree on everything. Okay? We don't have to agree on everything. I see Pat McAfee getting slack because he had Donald Trump on his show. Stop it. Okay? Do I agree with Donald Trump on next to anything? No, I don't. I don't mind telling you. No, zero, zilch. Very little, if anything. He's the president of the United States. He's a sitting president. Okay? He won 2 million votes. Did I vote for him? No, I didn't. Is he the president? Yes, he is. All right? So that doesn't, I know, everybody has a right to their opinion in 24-hour news cycle and go ahead and but McAfee can have the president on his show. He can do that. Ask him questions, right? Donald Trump obviously has charisma. He's engaging. He understands politics very well, right? Lazy like a fox. I mean, again, we're not in agreement policy-wise, practice-wise, on much of anything. But he knows his business. And we can get up there and go back and forth and have the conversation. And it's going to be newsworthy, and that's fine. So McAfee, do what you got to do. People don't have to like it. They don't have to watch it. But he has the right to do it. Okay. Trying to get back to the Patriots. Again, get it. that Matthew. Oh, yeah, that's how I got there. Because I saw Matthew McConaughey during the pandemic. Amazing. Just thinking back, the bizarro world that we were living in a short time ago. We were all stuck inside. Thank goodness for that's when a lot of people found The Sopranos. Shout out to Talking Sopranos, Michael Imperioli, Steve Sharippa. We don't play it, we congratulate. Shout out to Our Way Down to the Hole, Van Latham, Jamel Hill. Stop. Just awesome. Golden age, if you will. I don't know if it's a golden age, but we were all kind of just stuck. So we had to just stay connected somehow, some way. But back to that, that's when I saw McConaughey on the Joe Rogan. Really kind of got to, and Joe Rogan's another one. Do we agree? No, but his interviews are fascinating. So stop it. I'm telling people stop it. I'm really talking to myself. I don't know. You might like Joe Rogan. You might not. Right? He has supporters. He has detractors. I saw McConaughey that he did, and then I saw the Teddy Atlas in an interview that he did that were just out of this world. So seeing the Teddy Atlas interview, which is what motivated me to go ahead and get Teddy Atlas's book, which I would highly recommend to anybody out there, called The Fight, on Audible, and I listen to it all the time. One of these, you know what I'm talking about, folks? When you just listen to, but it just, and it's cool because he's the author. It's an autobiography, and then he reads it. That's if somebody, same thing with Bernie Mac. Go ahead and check out Maybe You'll Never Cry Again, Bernie Mac autobiography, read by Bernie Mac. Won't be disappointed. Green Lights, read by Matthew McConaughey. They're just awesome. All right, back to the Patriots. Get it. Where we started down that movie diatribe. All right, go ahead and get it for all it's worth. And hey, like I said, my brother's the one that was Patriots Super Bowl. He was singing the, you know what I mean? He was singing the, do we have to? Hey. Get it, Mike Vrabel. Bring it home. My bad on this copyright. Hey. What? Hey, let's come back because now I'm over here, but I'm back now. I'm starting to get this production a little bit. I'm getting the production a little bit. Okay. But as I all right, let's do it like this. Let's see if we can rock this way, if we can step up our production game. We're gonna stay football. I didn't need to speak. I had my thoughts on. We got a light on over there. I don't know why the light is on. That's waste electricity. The light shouldn't be on in the closet, man. That's waste electricity, man. Right? When you're getting the show together, and then the show is it. I mean, I hope people are tuning. I don't know, but I don't turn this light on. I leave that. I don't turn this light on. I leave that light over there on. Got to step it up. All right, so we're gonna stay. I have my thoughts on the Lakers and what's going on, and LeBron being in the doggone G League, which is bananas. LeBron and G League are two things that should never go together, right? Okay. But now I want to touch on the situation in North Carolina with Mr. Belly Bell. Okay. All right, I want to touch on the Patriots situation. Okay. All right. Let me see if I can I? All right, so this has to go. Let's see if we can get this production thing, quote unquote production, straightened out. I'm going to get this straightened out. So we're going to come here. Then we're going to go there. Share the screen. Boop, boop. Then we're going to go there. Share it. See? Okay. But I can't see myself. All right, so we're talking Bill, right? That's good. That's decent. But I want to try to do better. Hold on. My only issue when I go here, now I can't see, you know what I mean? That's my only issue when I go to that, because I can't really see it's important that I see myself, right? I don't mind this. I prefer not to have all the other stuff around it. I don't need to add favorites or anything like that. Don't need a visual search with Bing. Hold on. No, we don't need to. No, okay, that's good. Look into my eyes. So this is that's good, but it's not what I'm looking for. I'd rather it just be full frame. Let me try. Tech people out there are like going crazy because you guys would understand how to do this. Never mind. Understand how to do this. Not when you're, when you're. Hold on. No, that's not it. See, man, what I want to have happen is forget what I want. Like to go here. But then I can't see me. I'm just looking at this doggone image. So I want to go here, but then I would need to see myself, which I can't see. So I can't do that. We're going to stay there. All right. It's better, but it's not great. All right, folks. Bill Belichick get the Giants head coaching job. All right. Return. Go ahead and check out the two Bills. ESPN 30 for 30 gold. Okay. Head back to his roots. Giants need a direction. Bill Belichick needs direction. Are we even talking about him securing the most wins in NFL history anymore? Is that even a conversation? Is that even a thing anymore? Or has this sideshow stuff taken over? Right. Bill Belichick's an adult, so you got a chance to, you can partner up with who he wants to partner up with as an adult. Okay. I'm talking about, is North Carolina in the national championship conversation? Are they a program that is ascending, looking like they can challenge the rulers in the SEC, a handful of teams in the Big Ten? Is that how they're looking? Or do they look dysfunctional, out of order? Right? And then, of course, when you're not winning, never mind the losing in and of itself, taking hold, but that's when all the issues, the interpersonal feuds. Okay, Patriots can't go to Carolina Carolina folks can't go to New England, all this ridiculousness. It's upsetting to me that arguably the greatest coach of all time is not the favorite for, of all jobs, the New York Football Giants head coaching job. Now, will they bring him in? I mean, am I saying he's not going to get the job under any certain? What are we articulating here? What am I articulating here? So you're the Giants. You know, been a tough season, tough seasons. Jackson Dart out there thinking he's Earl Campbell. Trade away Saquon Barkley because running backs don't matter. Okay, it's challenging, right? And to the point, I don't know when like NIL transfer, like why coaches just being fired mid-year, that's not even a thing anymore. To me, that's the equivalent. Your ship is on the high seas. Captain makes a wrong move here, wrong move there. All right, we're just going to switch captains. We're mid-journey. We're done with you. Not that a mutiny can't be justified, but on half of the ships, do we have mutinies? Where we jettison the captain and just find somebody new? It seems like every other team, this is the new normal. Are coaches that bad? Did they go from being that good to get these multi-million dollar, hundreds of millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars, however you want to put it, and yet they can't make it from point A to point Z in one season? Almost a majority of them? Right? Blame the student athletes for taking the NIL money at the highest bidder, not being quote unquote loyal to the school. Who are the schools loyal to? If you can't allow the person that you entrusted with the team to make it from the beginning to the end of the season, who's loyal to anything? And so into that tumultuous environment called professional sports, particularly the NFL and college football, walks Bill Belichick with his new way of doing things, right? My significant other is going to have significant input in the operation of the team. What are we talking about here? When has that ever been accepted? That my spouse is not only my significant other, but is a decision maker within the organization that employs me. When has that been a thing? Who else does that, folks? All right, so back to Bill Belichick and the New York Giants job. We'll see how it plays out. I'm frustrated that Bill Belichick is not, if not the favorite, I'm just trying to fathom is the word that I have to use. I'm just trying to fathom how the New York fan base is going to look at Bill Belichick today, right now, how he's conducting himself and say, that's the guy we want. That's going to turn things around for the New York Giants. I don't see it coming from the fan base. Maybe, hey, I might have missed some things. Right? Bill Belichick, Patriots way, Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick when he's coaching Tom Brady. Bill Belichick when he's winning Super Bowl after Super Bowl after Super Bowl. Yeah, we want that Bill Belichick. But Brady took his talents to South Beach 5 years ago. And since then, 5, 6 years, since then, what has Bill Belichick been doing? Right? The New England years were bad enough. Now he's in Carolina, and, he's become a reality TV star. Right? Look, a lot of size here. Sighing does not count as podcasting. So, all right, let's get back to it. Giants going in another direction, hire young upstart, energized coach, or any of the handful of capable and talented coaches who have lost their jobs across college and professional sports. If they hire another name, again, can't blame them. Comparable to the Gerard Mayo, Mike Vrabel situation. Okay, you bring in somebody that has a track record and is trending in the right direction. That's going to be the next coach. All right. No issue. But it's improbable that Bill Belichick, for a job that he's exceedingly well suited for, again, the old Bill Belichick, the do your job Bill Belichick, that we don't want to have distractions Bill Belichick. Okay, the Bill Belichick the current Bill Belichick, opposite sides of the spectrum, North and South Pole. Right? Bill Belichick has become the antithesis of who he is known to be. Right? The Bill Belichick that is going to go into the Hall of Fame, head coach of the New England Patriots, 6 Super Bowls, and how he conducted himself in those Patriot dynastic years. There's no comparison between that Bill and Celebrity Bill beyond their name. He's broken all of his own rules. Right? And in doing so, does that make him a favorite for the Giants head coaching job or any other head coaching job? Right? That's my issue here. Giants pick the next coach to lead you forward, great. But in picking that coach, I mean, it might be Bill Belichick, and I could be wrong on this. But it's just a sad state of affairs. Sad is the word that I have to use. But that job at this time did not go to Bill Belichick, who still has gas left in the tank. How much you're uncertain. I know he has some gas left in the tank because he's still on the sidelines. But bottom line, Bill Belichick does not get if he does not get the Giants head coaching job, I mean, are we going to stay in Carolina and continue? What are we doing? is it? Oh, we got people in the chat. What's going on, Chris? No, man. Just got new energy. Thanks for tuning in. Yes. Talking, we started off Patriots. Chris, welcome in. How good do the Patriots look? For me, Chris just tuning in, rocking with us. We'll, yeah. Working on the production, getting it right as good as possible. Patriots are looking like a first round bye. Have the Bills and the Ravens, right? Bills at home. Not sure where the Ravens game is. Be more can't be trusted right now. Be more, they got to win out or close to it to get themselves in the playoff conversation based on how they did a nosedive to begin this season. Not counting them out, but I don't favor the Ravens over the Patriots as the season winds down. They're the more desperate team, fine. But Mike Vrabel's not going to allow the Patriots to get mad dogged. He's not going to allow them to get mollywopped, right? The game's going to mean more. I mean, but it means a good amount to the Patriots. What I'm trying to ask, Chris, is, Patriot, and let's not, what am I trying to say? It's almost another language in and of itself. Patriots are looking like they're going to get a first round bye. They are in the looking like, but I say that they currently have a lead. Let's just take a look at these standings. I mean, I can see it. You guys can't see it, but you know what I'm saying. No, I don't want to see the stats. I missed that. That was a miss hit. I want to see the standings. Yeah, all right. Yeah, Patriots only a game ahead of the Bills, 2 games ahead of the Steelers, tied with the Colts, game ahead of the Chargers, right? So there's still plenty of competition for these first round buys. Okay, tied with the Colts. Bills only a game back. That could flip just based on their matchup. Chargers a game back. Tied with the Broncos at 8-2. So do the Patriots? Yeah. Right, Jonathan Taylor, no doubt. That situation in and of itself, how he was beefing with the Colts for all these years, and now all of a sudden, never mind Jonathan Taylor, but the Colts, Danny Dimes, another slap in the face of the, another reason that the Giants, that they just keep giving away guys that they go elsewhere and find themselves competing for Super Bowls. Can we say that? I mean, Saquon got himself a Super Bowl. Danny Dimes, I'm not team. It's going to take. I'm glad the Colts are playing well, but I'm not of the mindset that they are. I'm not of the mindset that they are Super Bowl favorites or. But the point about Drake May even being mentioned in the MVP conversation is a wonder in and of itself. Is it the MVP in year 2? To me, no. But let's just take a step back and recognize that we're talking about Drake May in the MVP conversation. Could we even imagine that would have been you would have been allowed to mention that, to even say that last year where the Patriots were? So that he even finds himself within the Vegas odds anywhere is a tribute to Mike Vrabel and this turnaround. That's what we were talking about earlier. Chris, you're welcome to provide your takes on this. Patriots need to stay hungry. They got it rolling right now. Do not rest on your laurels. Do not think that you have achieved something that you haven't. Shout out to the Barkley Marathons. I got to get the Barkley Marathons on the screen. We're going to keep talking, but I got to get the Barkley Marathons on the screen. It has to happen. Yes, sir. Hold on. No, I don't want to get. I don't want to get the trailer. I have a bunch of trailers. I'm going off topic, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm going to come back to Drake May. Can I get this image? No, it won't give me the image. See, I get to talking, and then we have these. I got to step my production game up. Yes, sir. All right. I can share that. Bit of a delay. Don't necessarily because I don't have the imagery that I want. But you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Check out the Barkley Marathons, folks. Find it on YouTube. Great documentary. Whether ultra marathons are your thing or not. Okay, it's on point. What does that have to do with Drake May? What does that have to do with Jonathan Taylor? Listen, what this has to do, okay, is right. I highly recommend, and I'm saying it again, that you check this out. I mean, it's just well done. But what type of person runs a marathon? Who runs marathons? Like, what are we doing here? Right? Dedicated, motivated, going to push themselves, not going to poke their lip out. It's going to make their own destiny. All those type of things, right? These people that are among us, not like me, complaining. Well, I don't always complain, but I spend a good amount of time complaining about A, B, C, X, Y, Z, rather than just addressing the issues that I have. Who wants to address issues when you can just complain about them, right? Why would you actually tackle hard problems when you can just kick back and complain about hard problems? Correct? I don't know. That's how I get down. I don't know about you guys out there, but that's me. Keeping it a buck. Now, the Barkley Marathons, first of all, check it out. But who the heck runs an ultra marathon? 5 marathons together. Never mind 1, 5 together. Are you kidding me? But those people are out there. They exist. And we can all learn quite a bit from them. What the heck does this have to do with Drake May and Jonathan Taylor? As it is, as improbable it is that people actually run ultra marathons and actually finish them, that's the same level of improbability as us having the conversation about Drake May being in the MVP conversation based on where he and the Patriots were last year. Outlandish. Unimaginable that those two things could be connected in less than 1 calendar year. No. This is the Patriots team that jettisoned an opportunity to get Travis Hunter. I'm going to keep going back to that, even though Will Campbell, and what's going on. But no. This team was skydiving the Patriots away from success at the conclusion of last season. And with 5, 6, 7 games left, we're talking about Drake May being in the MVP conversation. So, Chris, to your original point, that it's just so improbable. It's mind-boggling. The conversations and how the Patriots are, the toast of the town right now versus 3 straight years of not just mediocrity, but full out, unadulterated dysfunction. Okay? So, yes, to Chris's point, Drake May, I want this to continue. You know, it's almost like a Dan Marino, like year 2, just go running wild. I don't know how Dan Marino's rookie year was. I imagine it wasn't as bad as Drake May's rookie year. Excuse me. But as I'm saying, for my money, I'm hoping this is the standard, the new standard. And that the Patriots are turning, have turned, will continue to turn the page. Right, a lot of season left, plenty of opportunity. Their schedule's favorable. Get it done. But however it plays out, you know, do the Patriots not, you know, end up in the wild card, you know, whatever. Maybe they make it to the division round. Maybe they make it to the conference final. Who knows where it goes? This moment of 8-2 Patriots and Drake May being in the MVP conversation, is it a watershed moment? No, because that's reserved for when you actually like do huge things. So it's not a watershed moment, but it's a checkpoint. It's a checkpoint. I am coming back to this inflection point. 8-2 Patriots, Drake May being in the MVP conversation. Because it's wild that it's actually occurring to me. So, hey, it's Thursday. We're 12 minutes into Thursday. It's 12:12. Go ahead and take that down on November 13th. Trap game for the Patriots. Got to go in there and handle business and get the Jets. NFL would like to see, you know, close game and down to the wire and Patriots edge out the Jets. Right. Folks, New England, you know, you got to go ahead and just knock them out early and make it clear, even though it's not great television to have a blowout, but you can't let the Jets hang around and get confidence and challenge you. Same way that the Patriots hung around and got confidence and challenged and ended up beating the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo, game that they were double-digit underdogs in. Right? It's on the table for the Pats. Drake May, get it? Stay in the MVP conversation. Definitely be an all-pro. But they are, yeah. 8-2 Patriots, 2-7 Jets. Trap game. Don't believe the hype. Love the fact that the Steelers could not take advantage when they had the opportunity. Baltimore has now regained their footing. Looks like they've won 3 straight. Yes, they have won 3 straight. Thank you, ESPN. So they're right back in the mix in the AFC North. Steelers had a chance to put some distance. They negated that. Okay. Bengals lost 2 straight after, you know, being right there at 3-4. Browns are the Browns. All right. As I said, Denver 8-2. Chargers right there. Chiefs falling off the pace a little bit, but 5-4. Okay. So, yeah. Never mind just beating the teams you're supposed to. A lot of these teams are going to be storming to the finish. Chiefs are going to be storming to the finish, not wanting to get booted from the playoffs after being in Super Bowl after Super Bowl after Super Bowl. So that's another challenge, obstacle for the – I don't know about challenge and obstacle, but Patriots got to Got to stay focused. Got to stay on it. All right. Some technical things this episode. That light's still on. Goodness gracious. It's bothering me. Chris, appreciate the check-in. It has been far too long. I can understand how you didn't get a notification because I haven't been doing this for far too long, which is unacceptable. Okay, thrilled that I made time this evening. Need to make time, right? Previous episodes, I haven't even. Yeah, I got to step the game up. I got to step my game up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. But I'm glad I grinded to a certain extent just to get back here. A little bit late, but still, I made it. I want to continue to make it. Discussing all things sports, culture, life, day to day. Okay, the working class heroes out there. That's what this is about. This is about. And I, for one, I need to find that way to keep the Passion Project front and center. Been a long time. Hold on. Shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to. Shout out to, hold on. This is, copyright. My man. Hey, is this the Patriots anthem? What? AFC? This is how Josh Allen feels. That's how Mike Ray. Hold on. When did the Patriots play the Bills? When the Pats play the Bills, what do we got? They play the Jets, then they play the Jets, they got a little bit of time. They play the Bills at home on the 14th of December. So they got a little bit of time. So we'll see how it goes. Jets win, Bengals win, Giants win. That's 11-2. Favorite in all those games. Then Bills and Ravens back to back. Right? Mike Vrabel saying, hey, we taking over. Y'all had this AFC on lock. You know what I mean? We here now. Folks, thank you. Yes, indeed. Sand City. Go.